How do I know which laws in the Old Testament I'm supposed to follow? Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chad Blackman, and today I want to talk to you about a really important question. There's all kinds of laws in the Old Testament. In fact, if you research, you'll find there's over 613 different laws in the Old Testament. That's a ton, and some of them are kind of weird. Like, we're not supposed to eat shellfish, we're not supposed to eat bacon, we're not supposed to wear clothing that has mixed fabrics in it. So which one of these laws are we supposed to listen to, and which ones are we not supposed to listen to? I want to try to lay this out before you and answer it as simply and quickly as I can. In the Old Testament, you're going to find three different kinds of law. You'll find what's called civil law. This is what governed the nation of Israel. These were the laws that the nation of Israel was held to. It was kind of their government glue, if you will. It's what guided their day in, day out interactions with each other. The second kind of law you'll see is ceremonial law. This is what governed how the Israelites were to worship. So how they were to approach the temple, what kind of sacrifices they were to give, when they were supposed to give them, all the different worship regulations. That's ceremonial law. The third kind of law that you'll see in the Old Testament is what's called moral law. And the moral law is like what the Ten Commandments are. It governs morality. So which one of these laws are we supposed to listen to today? Well, in the Old Testament, you'll see that God doesn't hold any of the outside nations, the nations other than Israel. He doesn't hold them accountable to the civil or the ceremonial law, but He does hold them accountable to the moral law. You see Jesus do the exact same thing in the New Testament. Jesus never really gripes on people about the civil or the ceremonial law. Jesus never really gives people a hard time about the civil or the ceremonial law, but He does talk a lot about the moral law. In fact, He even elevates the moral law to a whole nother level. Jesus says things like this: "You've heard that it was said, 'You shall not commit murder.' But I tell you, if you even harbor hatred in your heart, it's like you've already committed murder." So Jesus affirms the Old Testament moral laws, but then takes it up to an even higher level, saying it's not just what your outward actions do, it's what's going on in the heart that matters. What's going on internally is just as, if not more important, than what's happening on the outside. So for us today, which laws in the Old Testament do we pay attention to? Well, we pay attention to the moral laws, because that's what God did in the Old Testament with the outside nations other than Israel, and that's what Jesus did in the New Testament. I hope this helps you guys. I hope this gives you a good answer to a great question, and we'll plan on seeing you soon.